Hello, my name is Drew Webb. For my project, I decided that I would do the drug and alcohol rehabilitation program. The concerns with this program were the budget. There's significant budget cuts coming within the next year. It's a community-based service that is free to individuals in the community. This seems to be a struggle just due to the overall financial concerns related to the budget. When clients are on the actual service of the program, they have complained that have been sleeping and that some of them just don't have that understanding culturally to help in the recovery process. Another concern relates to staff feelings that they're overworked and underpaid, and that doesn't work because there's no recognition involved from the community leaders within the program. As far as some of the needs that I feel need to be implemented with the budget, I think that Medicaid could help to be a sole provider for this program. It could be cohort with the community head that is also mostly what's funded by the program or totally funded by the program. Because Medicaid is a service in which the underserved population usually has access to, and there may be a few concerns with this as well. But that would be the overall purpose of trying to build the budget within the program. Another thing that I feel needs to be implemented, well, or changed, is that there are three nurses within this program. Well, the nurses provide the mental health counseling, and that's something that the counselors already provide and that the licensed counselors or the supervisors provide as well. So I think the nurses either change the description of the job title and let them remain on the program, or get rid of that extra cost because there's no definition stating that they're doing medication management or anything like that. So that could be involved with the hospital process and the hospitalization. Another big thing that I noticed was that the clients really need to be diagnosed uh, for the actual crises through the hospital and are willing to accept help in order to receive services within this program. Like I said, money's been a big issue, so you need to make sure you have clients who are willing to join in the 30-day program. As far as the staff feelings and how they feel regarding, the overall purpose of this program, there needs to be an implementation where, once a month, that staff should have a day in which they can be recognized for the efforts that they've showed. Also, with this, the overall program with the if Medicaid is brought in, that would help with maybe coming up with better working times as far as time management would go. I think that would be very helpful. Um, Regarding some tools and instruments that need to be used, as far as the client's feelings on the matter of not being understood and staff not giving them the recognition that they deserve by sleeping or reports of sleeping. Evaluations should be given to the clients after their stay to determine how helpful the actual staff was and providing the services that need to be provided. With the staff, you know, trainings, educational trainings on how to gain more cultural understanding into different people's socioeconomic status, racial, ethnical, or I don't know, something else to do with, being culturally inclined. So, I think that that would be very helpful in giving staff the education they need to be successful with helping their clients. Um, staff should also be required to have complete documentation on what they're doing with their client. I mean, Medicaid's going to expect this if Medicaid's implemented into the program, so that's something that should be required and shows that staff are doing their job as it would be listed, if they were hiring a job, So, as far as the staff and relationship with higher management, um, I feel that surveys or evaluations should be given, with the supervisors and the staff, and surveys, for the staff to report on how well they're being treated by their immediate supervisors and how they feel about the overall purpose of their job and how to make it more successful. With this said, the community leaders can also be of assistance in looking at what type of recognition efforts they can do as far as choosing maybe a staff worker of the month, the best staff worker of the month. I think that would be a good thing. So that's the overall problems associated within the program. The needs that need to be and the implementation factors that need to be put within the program, and hopefully how to make it more successful. So I found, that the instruments, to me, would be excellent to use in defining the overall purpose of the program and hopefully getting the word around to other, individuals in the community that this program is indeed trying to become a very proficient service for those that are in need. So I enjoyed doing this project, and I hope that you guys have enjoyed watching it. Thank you.